Yeah, you notice that? Chicks say they're not superficial. Yeah, they carry a second face around in their handbag, and every movie star who's successful is quite dashing looking. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? They are superficial. And they think they fucking deserve Brad Pitt. They think they deserve George Clooney. I met a girl the other night, right? In Tesco's. An absolute shithole. And basically, run by sociopaths who couldn't care less about you. Stop shopping at Tesco's. Basically, she approached me and she was trying to come on to me, right? But she was a typical Hun. 5 foot tall, fat as fuck, ugly as sin, and thick as shite. Stinking. Typical Hun. And she made an overture towards me and I thought to myself, fuck you! I don't have a superficial bone in my body, but I know I deserve better than you. Just because of the fact she had a low EQ. All Huns have a low EQ. Yeah, look it up. They never ever develop beyond 7 years of age. When they put their hands over their eyes, they imagine that adults have genuinely disappeared. And they can go on cheating like a bunch of unself-aware little pricks. Silly little boys. You know who you are. Anyway, the thing I was going to say was so chicks who won't do what their partners tell them to do are ruthlessly exploited in pursuit of the imaginary career. What profits a female if she gets 60 grand a year but loses a loving relationship she could have had with her kids? If only it was promoted more. You know, the idea of sitting and having a wonderful time with your kids. No pressure, no stress, no exposing yourself to the wilds. The man who loves you and you love him in this one and only life they can never take away from you. And so on, and so forth. Yeah, and kids raised balanced. They can run to mummy, they can run to daddy. Instead of mummy being a hate-filled alcoholic who sits in the fucking dark, right? Imagining she deserves George Clooney. Yeah? No matter how fucking pig ignorant a female is, she genuinely believes that she deserves, in the right set of circumstances, she could cop off with Brad Pitt. That's how powerful we've led them to believe their vaginas are. Yeah? The hooverer of dreams. A man-hole. The ultimate man-trap.
Hey Jed, there's your pussy over there. Don't go near it, Paul. Why not? Last time I come out of one, you fucking slapped me for 15 years or so. Reckons? I ran out of toes.
Anyway. So, if a female genuinely believes that she deserves Brad Pitt when she's a fucking dog's dinner, right? What chance have you got in a relationship? You will turn and see this one day. She doesn't catch on that you're observing her. Just for that split second you'll see the wrath of hell, right? She's looking you up and down and assessing you and thinking, here I'm stuck with this cunt, here I'm stuck with this prick, and I could have George Clooney. He doesn't know how fucking grateful he should be to me. And my precious... Your precious what? Yeah. A guy said to me once, oh, got my end away at the weekend there. Yeah, your end away. Wow, brilliant. Aye, this lassie I've been seeing finally gave me sex. Finally gave you sex? I was always led to believe I was born with the sex. Yeah, male. Put your hand between your legs and see if you've got a pair of balls. You fanny. Yeah? She gave me sex. Not only that, he's the one doing all the fucking work. She's just lying there like a fucking sack of potatoes. Staring at the ceiling, counting the flecks that he's maybe missed. That she wants him to go over again, like some fascist dictator. Most females would give Mussolini a run for his money. What's the camera go, eh? Get these chicks to fuck! Und? I've not forgotten you Italian bastards. You sided with Hitler during the war. And you'd a chip shop at the Cross. So, what I'm saying is, what chance does the average guy have if every single rom-com glorifies splitting up with someone and then spending nights looking at the telephone while he's out having thoughts on a bridge? And then, in reality though, her friends, the coven, gather round her and say, "Fuck him, on in the bastards, Mum will go and get pissed and get raped. Aye, Mum will." And then he foolishly, after his time spent on the bridge, says to her in a fully emasculating way, "Janine, is there any chance we could get together again? Even though me broaching this subject and contacting you out of the blue like this shows depth on my part that you don't possess, and a vulnerability, and puts me in a vulnerable position that you can get mileage out of if you're a callous cunt."
Aye, I knew you'd come crawling back. I knew you'd come crawling back, you prick. I've been raped since we last spoke.
Sadly, that is the kind of female I've met. Don't get me wrong, I made short shrift of them. In and out.
Just like I was a fucking kebab skewer. In and out. Just like I was on a YTS. In and out the fucking door.
Anyway, in case they have to give you a contract, which would give you rights.
Oh, no rights.
Yeah, no rights. English bastards. Southern English cunts.
You know who you are.
I've got your names and addresses. When the revolution comes, I'm coming for your buzz. As they're coming for your ball, friends. With my rusty secateurs. So, like I say, rom-coms and shit like that encourage females, but they don't tell them about the reality in the end. The reality of the way culture is encouraging females to imagine they deserve Brad Pitt and to become a superstar leads to them sitting on a couch in the dark eating a chocolate bar called Eternity. A big fat cunt, fuck all like the advert. An advert should be forced to show you the other side of the advert. There's always some sleek girl wearing, you know, brown silk that goes out for eternity, right? Right? But after you eat the chocolate bar, they should flip the fucking advert over and there's some big sweaty fucking cow with spots sitting in the dark where 3 bastard children with different dads have been beaten soundly and forced into an early bed so she can watch Coronation Street in the dark. Yeah. Singer. Agnes backwards. So, like I say, it's a tragic shame that the result of feminism is the rise and rise of mediums. Yeah, morons. Who? I'm channeling. I'm channeling? I think today it's Mussolini's. And everyone's, oh fuck, is Mussolini coming through? What the fuck would Mussolini want to come through on a Friday night to fucking Les Mahego? Yeah, reduced from taking over the entire fucking world to putting in nightly appearances in Les Mahego with some fucking retard who's on £75 a night. Yeah. But the rise of those mediums, it's no coincidence, the rise and rise in the divorce rate is proportionate to the rise and rise of mediums. And shite like that in general. Not to mention pop stars. Talentless female pop stars. I used to despise boy bands, but I would happily welcome some of them back, if it were possible. Just to eclipse the fucking nauseating... There's a girl just now called Adele, right? This will be quite dated one day, but I don't care. Right? She's as fat as fuck, council estate written across her forehead, thick as shite, inbred, singing about a guy whom she doesn't want to let know she still cares about him, whom she shouldn't have let go, but she did let go because she was encouraged to be a cunt. When a female needs no further encouragement to be a cunt, they're born a cunt. Yeah? The society encourages them to be more of a cunt. What happens? Fatherless children. Just what the country needs. More fatherless children wandering about council estates, bumping into one another, pissed after tits on Bucky, fighting over penny caramels. Yeah? So it would be much, much better. Yeah? Much, much better if females just stayed in the house. Wouldn't it? Being loved by their children and loving their children. Loving their children and being loved by their children in return. Loving their husband and being loved by their husband in return. You know, halving the amount you normally have to pay. I hear you, motherfucker. So, you don't need to shell out as much if you stay a family. That's not the reason to stay a family, of course. There's depth, life, a whole host of meaning. You know? My advice to every chick is this, right? Go out and find the most goodly man you can possibly find. Right? You can find one easily. Just think, where would the most goodly man of all time be hiding? What would he be doing? And he's probably working charitably somewhere for nothing. Wearing Madeline Man, Madeline Man, Madeline. Dressed as Madeline Man, right? Madeline Man, right? And try and seduce him. It'll not be fucking hard. There'll not be a queue of chicks round him. These wonderful deep creatures that females are. There'll not be a queue around him, you know, waiting to chat him up. You know, they'll be away somewhere with the fucking bad boys. With that pyramid matching that pyramid. Aiming higher than they deserve. You know, every guy would ideally like to fuck Pamela Anderson in her day. Right? Or Marilyn Monroe. Or something that's Marilyn Monroe. The lesser known celebrity. And basically, though, they know that they can't because they've looked in the mirror. When a female looks in the mirror, she mustn't actually see what we see. You know, if that Brad Pitt was to come around here, he'd be fucking sweeping up first before I let him in the bed. Yeah, even a monster thinks she deserves Brad Pitt.
Brad shit, more like.
Anyway, so
Brad tit, more like. I'm quite naughty, me, when I get going.
Anyway, what I was saying before I was really interrupted was, go and get the goodly guy, right? And live with him and love with him and have every single bit of fun under the sun with him, right? And see when he says to you, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah? Don't go and run out the fucking door like an infant whose nappy's been set on fire. Yeah? Just think to yourself, why would the goodliest man of all time fucking tell me to shut my pie hole, my pie piece? Yeah? Why would he, do you think? Well, I know the conclusion you'll draw. You'll think to yourself, well, he can't be the goodliest man of all time. In that case, I challenge thee. I challenge thee. Go out and find the goodliest man of all time. Where will he be? In a fucking hole in the ground in Calcutta? Like Mother Teresa was. Where will he be? Go and find him. Won't be too hard to find him. There'll not be a fucking queue of females to fight your way beyond these wonderful, deep, wonderful, caring creatures that females are alleged to be. Nowhere fucking near him. Yeah? The reality is this. Good men go to their bed, sucking their thumb with a pot noodle, as the average Western female is a piece of walking shite. You know who you are. Fact. Simple fact. But they can change that. They can change that. They can improve upon that. They can go to the hole in the ground somewhere where this guy's digging out orphans who've collapsed under the weight of their own poverty.
We couldn't hold up the cloud of poverty any longer, sir.
You know, and he's there digging them out of a hole in the ground. Go and track that guy down. And then live happily with him for the next 2 months. La la la, ba 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 ba. Do do do, la 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 la. That's that. I can just imagine, you know, winter leaves going past, autumn leaves going past, and then snow coming down. La la, as they dance through the wonder of their life this fucking lovely, wonderful romance they have together. Chasing butterflies in the spring they can't catch, I'm glad. And anyway, the thing is this. At some juncture though, she has her period. Why is that? Why do they not have their period right away when you meet them? Why is there always been 2 or 3 months of la 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 before they start fucking with your mind? Yeah? And then it's like some fucking, like some Asian bit part actress whom you wouldn't mind seeing shot dead in a Vietnam movie. Yeah? Now I love Vietnam, I love the Vietnamese and I want to do great by them. The North. And basically though, you know, that scene with that lassie gets anyway, thing is this. So the most goodly man in the world turns and says to you, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." Right? And the thing is this, right? You won't shut the fuck up. You'll torment him. You'll say to him,
I'm leaving you, you prick. I'm leaving you, you prick.
it's the most goodly man of all fucking time. Who is higher than him? God. Hey, hold on, I'll speak to God. God, there's a lassie down here thinks she deserves a chance with you, a relationship with you, that only you're good enough for.
Fuck off, Erol. I'm having a coffee and wanking over Pam Ann.
He shortened it. Notice that? He shortened it. He doesn't call her Pamela Anderson. It's for people who've not had her. You know. Oh, Pam. And your lovely 5 sisters. They're brothers, but don't tell anybody. Anyway, I think that proves it. Proves what? You fucking bigoted moron. Here's one for you. Right, here's the thing, right? So, females need to stay in the fucking house, look after their kids. They can be allowed out sometimes, but only with male supervision. As you know, on their own, they'll come so close to death. I'm surprised I don't read about it more often. But here's the thing for you, right? Here's the thing for you. The newspaper, every so often I open it up and it says to me, "Woman found with bum in tree." Right? And tits down a fucking drain, hands found on 2 fucking lockups 5 miles away, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? And it turns out it's a partner. There is a thought in your head that thinks to yourself, she probably had something to do with it. She probably did, come on. She did. She probably wound that guy up till eventually went,
"Bitch, you better shut your pie hole. I'm gonna cut your ass off and stick it up a fucking tree."
and she still went on. Still went on. That's females for you, they never know that line because they deserve Brad Pitt. Yeah, they deserve George Clooney.